TK students, it's Mrs. Bellatash, and here I am with our lovely planet Earth once again. We are going to continue talking about rocks and why they're so different. Last time we saw that we could describe them. Some were smooth and some were rough. Some were different colors. So today we're going to look a little closer at a couple of rocks. I have two rocks that are both kind of pink. But when we look closer, we're going to see something different. Let's take a close look. Here are my two pink rocks. So this one is very pretty. Oh, do you see the sparkles on this one? It's got a lot of sparkles. And the color seems to be all mixed together. I see pink and black and white sparkles, all kind of like a chocolate chip cookie, all mixed together. This one seems different. This one feels really rough. Ooh, but this one looks like it has lines in it. This one kind of reminds me of like a layer cake or a sandwich. There's different layers in the rock. It feels really sandy and rough. Here's another piece. This is called sandstone. And sandstone is a sedimentary rock, which means that it's made out of sand grains and mud and sediment that we find on Earth's crust. And I think I would like to teach you how to make a pretend sedimentary rock. I said that sandstone kind of looked like it had layers. So I am going to make an edible sandstone rock. It's obviously not going to be a real sandstone rock, but I am going to make it out of layers. I'm going to start with a graham cracker. Now, you don't have to have a graham cracker. You can have any kind of cracker. You could have Ritz crackers, you could have saltine crackers, any kind of cracker. But I'm going to use a graham cracker and I'm going to break it in half. Okay, so now I have two whole pieces. If I put them together, I have one, and each one is 1/2. Okay, so this is going to be my first layer of my rock. And then I'm going to take some peanut butter and I'm going to spread it on top of my graham cracker. All right. Okay, so now I've got a layer of graham cracker and a layer of peanut butter. Now I'm going to take some jam. I have some blueberry jam, and I'm going to put it on top of my peanut butter. And then I'm going to take my cracker again. Now, let's take a look at this rock. I have a layer of graham cracker rock. I have a layer of peanut butter rock. Ooh, some jelly just squished out. I have a layer of jelly and then a layer of graham cracker again. And this is a rock that I'm going to eat. This is a good rock. That was a delicious sedimentary rock. Now, I have another kind of sedimentary rock that I want us to take a quick and close look at. Let's look at this rock very closely. This rock is a little different. The other rock that we just made had layers. This rock does not have layers. It looks like there's a bunch of pieces of things that are kind of glued together or cemented together. Let's see another piece. Yeah, so I see like little rocks that are, looks like they're glued together in one rock. Here's another piece. That one looks like mostly glue or cement. But you can see there's some little rocks in it. So now this one was, we were inspired to make a cracker, peanut butter and jelly sandwich. But this one, I'm thinking it's more like a messy cookie. Okay, so this time I'm gonna use some Ritz crackers, but I could use my graham cracker again. But I'm gonna use a couple Ritz crackers. I've got 2 crackers and I'm gonna break them. I'm gonna put them onto my paper plate. So now I have a bunch of broken Ritz crackers. Okay, now I'm gonna add a couple of chocolate chips. Not very many, just a few, and I'm gonna put them with my Ritz crackers. And I'm going to add a couple of marshmallows to my rock. Just a couple. Okay, so now I've got my crackers and I've got some chocolate chips. I have some marshmallows. So these are like the broken rocks. Now I need something that's going to cement them all together, make them stick together. So I could use either my jam or peanut butter. Well, I love peanut butter, so I'm gonna get some peanut butter and I'm gonna put it on my cookies and I'm gonna stir it up and make a sedimentary rock. So here's my sedimentary rock. So let's compare it. Here's this rock. It has all these different pieces of rock inside it. And then it's cemented together. And here's my homemade rock. The pieces of rock are the cracker and the marshmallow and the chocolate chips. And then my peanut butter is the cement that keeps it all together. This rock is delicious. Mmm! I can taste all the different ingredients in my rock. I can taste the chocolate chip and the marshmallow and the crackers. So those are the rocks. And then my peanut butter is the cement that puts it all together. This is a delicious rock. Hello, TK students. I wanted to read some of this book to you. It's called Pebble, Sand, and Silt. And the first part we're going to read is called Exploring Rocks. Think about a rock. What does the rock look like? Rocks can be small or large. They can be smooth or rough. They can be round or flat, shiny or dull. Rocks can be different in many ways. So that little boy is lying there thinking about a rock. Think about a rock that you might want to learn about. Some rocks are too big to hold in your hand. A rock can be as big as a mountain. Wow, look at that. That is up in Yosemite, which is a beautiful place to go with lots of rocks. Other rocks are so small you can hold them in your hand. Look at the picture of a sand dune. Can you see the tiny rocks blowing in the wind? Let's see if you can see it. You have to look really closely. Do you see the top of the sand dune and the wind is blowing those sand grains? Rocks of all sizes can be found in rivers. Over time, rocks in a river become smooth. Rocks become smooth from rubbing against one another. Well, there's a lot of rocks in that riverbed, aren't there? Rocks of all sizes can be found in a desert. How big is the rock that you're thinking of? I like big rocks. Rocks can be many colors. They can be black, brown, red, or white. They might even be pink or green. Do you remember my pink rock? Some rocks have speckles or stripes too. Ooh, look at all the different rocks that are in this book. So many different rocks. Rocks can be many different sizes. They can be many colors and shapes. They can even have patterns. What does the rock you're thinking about look like? There's some more rocks. Wow! Last time we talked about how rocks can be different. Rocks can be very different. TK students, we looked at some rocks today. And when we look closely, we observe. We observed some rocks. And the two rocks that we looked at closely today were sedimentary rocks. Next week, we're going to start looking at volcanic rocks, rocks that come from a volcano. That will be a lot of fun. See you next week.